The third type of transformation we are going to take a look at are rotations. A rotation is a transformation in which the object is rotated around a fixed point. There are a couple things to keep in mind when you are working with rotations. The direction of the rotation can be clockwise or counterclockwise. So clockwise means that you are going in the same direction as if you were reading a clock. So if this was one of the hands on the clock, it would be going this way. So you're reading the clock. And then counterclockwise would just be the opposite. So it would be going that way. The fixed point in which the rotation takes place is called the center of rotation. Often a lot of the examples will just work with the origin, which is going to be right in the center where the X and the Y axes intercept. And the amount of rotation made is called the angle of rotation. So for any rotation, we need to specify the center, the angle, and the direction of rotation. So we will take a look at the first example. This is going to be working with a triangle, and it's going to be 90 degrees around the origin, and it's going in the clockwise direction. So if you take your protractor and you line it up with the origin, you don't have to use a protractor, but if you want to, you can. You can see that 90 degrees clockwise will be going into quadrant 1, so 90 degrees around here somewhere. What you're going to do is you're going to write down the points of this triangle. So for point A, we have X is -9 and Y is +3. B, we have X is -9 and Y is +11. Then for C, we have -5 and +3. The rotated triangle is going to be in quadrant 1. We know the values for quadrant 1 are positive. So X is positive, so is Y. What you're going to do is take the points of the original triangle and you're just going to switch the X and the Y. So for new point A, we have 3 and 9. Right now, just ignore the sign, so don't add a positive or a negative. For B, we have 11 and 9. And then for C, we have 3 and 5. So like I said before, since we know it's going to be in quadrant 1, all the values are going to be positive, so these are just going to stay the same, and they're just going to be positive. Next, you can just plot the new points. So we have A, X is 3, Y is 9. B, we have X is 11 and Y is 9. And then we have, for point C, we have X is 3 and Y is 5. And then you can just connect the points. Good, and then just make sure that you label them as well. So we have A, B, and then we have C. So if you looked at the same triangle and went 90 degrees counterclockwise, what you will see is that this triangle will then be in quadrant 3. So instead of having all the values positive, like in this example, all the values would just be negative.